it's Adrian. Welcome to my channel. I am not here at the moment. I am currently on vacation in America. In fact, I've already been there for 4 weeks by the time you're seeing this video, I think. I will be there at least a total of 7. I'll be back the beginning of August. These are all pre-recorded videos, but since I can't bring you a July TBR video, I thought I'd talk to you a little bit about my TBR shelf and show you all the books that I have on my TBR shelf. These are all books that I either need to read or consider unhauling. You'll see why when I talk to you about it in a minute. Starting off on this first shelf with all the books that I'm not super keen on reading. A Discovery of Witches by Deborah Harkness, The Redemption of Althalas by David and Leigh Eddings, The Air of Night by Helen Lowe, The Sea of Trolls by Nancy Farmer, The Fire Sermon by Frances Haig, Age of Iron by Angus Watson, Tuck by Stephen R. Lawhead, A Legacy of Armor by Elizabeth Moon, Texas Gothic by Rosemary Clement Moore, Live by Night by Tennis Lehane, De Grijze Jager, I don't know what it's called in English, The Grey Hunter, and The Ranger's Apprentice by John Flanagan, Forever by Julie Kagawa, Dreamless by Josephine Angelini, Scorpio Races by Maggie Stiefvater, Clint by Anne Coburn, Blood Elves by somebody whose name I'm not even going to try to pronounce, Wicked by Gregory Maguire, The Sorcerer's Daughter by Faye Sampson, The Long Earth by Terry Pratchett and Stephen Baxter, Graveminder by Marissa Marr, Lily by Holly Webb, and finally on the shelf it is packed full, The Lies My Teacher Told Me About Christopher Columbus, What History Books Got Wrong by James W. Lowen. I'm having a little bit of difficulty with my tripod. Hopefully the angle is okay, but moving on to the next shelf. Starting in the right are series that I need to complete, so I have one or two books left in the series. Slowly moving towards the left, in which I have series that I haven't even started yet. The Name of the Wind, The Slow Regard for Silent Things, and The Wise Man's Fear by Patrick Rothfuss. No, I have not started this series yet. Yes, I'm a terrible person. Tithe and Valiant by Holly Black, The Winner's Curse, The Winner's Crime, and The Winner's Kiss by Marie Rutkowski, The Binding Knife, and The Broken Eye by Brent Weeks, Tower of Dawn, and Kingdom of Ash by Sarah J. Maas, Wicked Lovely, and Fragile Eternity by Marissa Marr, Hunting Prince Dracula by Carrie Maniscalco, Legendary by Stephanie Garber, A Reaper at the Gates by Sabaa Tahir, Lion Cub by J.P. Harker, Dreams of Gods and Monsters by Laini Taylor, and last on the shelf, The Beauty of Darkness by Mira E. Pearson. The next shelf starting on the left are standalones, and then we have first books in a series that I have not yet started, and then we have a couple or one series that didn't fit up on the shelf above it. So let's start with this one. Starting with Spinning Silver by Naomi Novik, End of Day by Claire North, An Enchantment of Ravens by Margaret Rogerson, The Woman in Cabin 10 by Ruth Ware, The Liturgy of Ordinary Things by Trish Harrison Warren, The Darkest Part of the Forest by Holly Black, The Husband's Secret by Leanne Moriarty. Moving on to the first book of series that I haven't yet started, starting with And I Darken by Kirsten White, Dance of Thieves by Mary E. Pearson, The Gilded Wolves by Roshani Chokshi, Lifelike by Jay Kristoff, Furyborn by Claire Legend, 1,000 Pieces of You by Claudia Gray, Angel by L.A. Weatherly. I have more first books of series than I realized. I actually have quite a bit of constraint to have this many. Next up is Scythe by Neil Schusterman, Strange the Dreamer by Laini Taylor, The Iron King and the Iron Knight by Julie Kagawa, Ink Death, Ink Spell, and Ink Heart by Cornelia Funk, Wonder Woman by Leigh Bardugo. This would be on my actual books that I've read shelf if I hadn't lent it out before I actually had a chance to read it and never gotten it back. And here we have the last shelf of my TBR. These are books that I would like to read, but they don't necessarily have the biggest priority. I have, starting in the left corner, I have my holiday books, Christmas books, Halloween-ish books, and then I have books that I would like to read once I can clear off some of the shelves up here. Stealing Snow by Danielle Page, My True Love Gave to Me, an anthology of short stories edited by Stephanie Perkins, A Boy Called Christmas, and The Girl Who Saved Christmas by Matt Haig, Another Faust, and Another Pan by Daniel and Dinah Nayeri, Vampire Academy by Rochelle Mead, Higher Institute of Villainous Education by Mark Walden, Shoot Down the Wendy Bird by Julie Sanopoulos, When Beauty Tamed the Beast by Eloisa James, Siege and Storm by Leigh Bardugo, Unbroken, 12 Stories Starring Disabled Teens by Marika Nijkamp, Tussen Doordenkertjes by Elsa Valjaard. Sorry, I think this is one of two Dutch books that I have on my TBR shelf. Lord John Grey and the Hand of Devils, and The Scottish Prince by Diana Gabaldon. I'm not going to take these books out because it's going to be annoying, but starting here in the bottom we have Way of Kings, Steelheart, and Calamity by Brandon Sanderson, and then Shadow's Edge, Beyond the Shadows, and The Ways of Shadows by Brent Weeks. Words of Radiance by Brandon Sanderson, and guys, I don't think I'm ever going to read this one. It is just too big. It will take me forever. The Map of Time by Felix J. Palmer. Tiger's Curse by Pauline Hauck. And because they didn't fit, I had to use this little shelf over here for books that I probably will not get to anytime soon, if ever. Except for one of them, because I mentioned them in my next video. The Forgetting by Sharon Cameron. Blood Magic by Tessa Gratton. I don't know, Gratton. Seven Wonders by Adam Christopher. Glass Houses by Rachel Kane. Written in Red by Anne Bishop. This one I actually do really want to read, but it's way too small. The Spiderway Chronicles, The Seeing Stone, and Spiderway Chronicles, The Wrath of Molgraf by Holly Black. An Alien at St. Wilfers by Adrian Plus. Forever by Maggie Stiefvater. And The Fall of Giants by Ken Follett. This is probably another one that I will more than likely never ever read because it's too big and takes too long. Harry Potter is also on the shelf, by the way, but it just didn't fit next to it on the shelf with all the other ones, so I stuck it there. Alright, those are all the books that I have unread on my shelf. I hope that I can, at least by the end of the year, clear out one entire shelf. Obviously, I am getting some books when I come back to America, so it might not actually come out to an entire shelf by the time the year's done. But in theory, I want to clear out an entire shelf, so at least read about 15 to 18 books that are on my TBR. I've been doing quite well with it this past month. Hopefully, I can keep it up. If you enjoyed this video, give it a big thumbs up. If you have not yet, I'd love for you to subscribe. Thanks for watching, and see you next time. Bye!